for whatever reason, I was at this place. I watched The Last Jedi on Netflix again.
Oh boy!
So it's the second time watching it.
So was it a bit of a better experience?
You know, so I thought to myself, maybe if I watch it by myself, I'm just at home. You know, maybe I glean something from it more than I did on the first run through. Let's give it a go. So I did. I watched it. And it was worse the second time.
Ooh, it was worse.
It was worse because everything that I already didn't like about it, I noticed even more than I did on my first pass. And stuff became even more brutally obvious as to like that movie is one giant fucking agenda that's wearing a Star Wars mask. And it pained me more to watch Mark Hamill, who hated everything that they did with every character from the original series, to get through this thing, and you can see the Mark Hamill snark in the scenes where he knows this is fucking stupid. And then the only redeeming thing of the entire movie, just like I said originally, and it's still true now, was the send-off for Luke, not in terms of how they got to it necessarily, but the one shot of him sitting there with the two sons, like it was Tatooine from the first movie.
It was dope. That was nice.
And that's everything else about that movie is so unequivocally dog shit that it hurt me to watch every fucking scene. The acting was fucking bad. The writing was fucking bad. The fucking visuals, while great, not enough to carry fucking anything. Music was just okay. It wasn't even like great. It was just serviceable.
Yeah.
The storylines, half of them could be removed from the movie, and it would have changed absolutely nothing in terms of the outcome on the other end.
Random expedition.
Just random fuck it. There was so much heavy-handed, and like I said, so much heavy-handed agenda work in terms of like the animal cruelty thing and the fucking the gun trade and the fucking environment thing, and then the strong female character thing where it was like, how could we get I'm not even going to explain myself. How many times can we demoralize male characters in this movie, and on the back of propping up the females for but for not even a plot point reason.
Yeah, just to do it.
Just to do it.
Yeah.
Like it didn't further any of the characters. It was just like it was like a thing to do, and not even like in a comedic way. So it wasn't even for a laugh. It was just,
dude, that movie.
It was just there.
Like, I've seen it twice. I've seen it twice as well.
If you're gonna do it, just at least have a fucking reason for it, right?
I actually the only this it's a bad movie when. For me, anyway. I know there's people that love The Last Jedi. Wasn't for me.
Bless you. Bless you if you love that movie. Hold on to that fucking...
You want to know the three things that come to mind when I think of The Last Jedi? Every time I think of The Last Jedi, I think of these three things. Blue milk.
Yep.
I can't get it out of my head.
You can see it in Mark's eyes when he's doing that scene where he's like, fucking kill me.
I think of that every time.
Yep.
I think of that awful casino scene where they're with the horse.
Arc.
That whole dude.
Can we just appreciate that they managed to lock down Benicio del Toro?
I know,
and then gave him some of the worst writing in any Star Wars movie.
God bless him though, because he did whatever he could.
Gave him a fucking stutter.
Yeah.
And then gave him a character that, again, part of that arc that could be removed, and it meant
nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Fucking nothing.
The other thing that I think of is the Mary Poppins.
Oh, the fucking Leia.
Dude, I can't get that out of my mind. And then when I think of that, I think about it's a trap. I think about how
they could have given Akbar a fucking
opportunity.
Yes.
Like, it pains me.
They could have he could have been the one to send the ship through.
Yes.
And it would have made so much more sense
than that fucking
than a
dumb
character
bitch
that didn't exist at any point in time.
Nope.
Ever was a horrible character that, again, was used mostly to belittle Poe.
Yes.
And then the closest thing to them giving you a reason as to why or to justify it, was a 5-second scene at the end before she decides to stay behind, where it's her and Leia, and she goes, I like that guy. He's a troublemaker.
That's it.
And that was the entire justification.
That was it.
There was no other anything.
Can you imagine if
it was
Akbar
just that.
went and he was the one who fucking
makes so much more sense.
And then he said it's a trap. And
I don't even need that. That might have been
bro.
I would have been okay with it, but I just at least make him be the one to fucking do it.
Okay. I mean, at the very least, give us a close up of him.
Because it's a trap is like some really fucking.
I know,
it's a meme.
Yeah,
it's a meme. I would have
but it
laughed
still would
about
have been better. Yes, but you know what? If they did it, it would have been one of those things where people would have clapped like crazy in the movie theater.
Yeah.
It would have been those because it's almost like Avengers cheesy. Where it's like Avengers Assemble, or like fucking they say a one-liner that they always say, but even if they didn't do it's a trap, if they fucking did a close-up, if he saved his people, got him out, and they did a close-up on him, and then he just fucking turboed it right into it. That's just,
great. Great.
Great, because then we would have had a moment in the movie that would have that even though it sucked. It'd have been like, fuck yeah, but they did such a good job with that.
They at least sent Admiral Akbar off with anything.
Yes.
But again,
he didn't. He just got shot.
Just like
random play. You don't even get to see. Like it's just like
every other old character.
Yes.
They get the most shit fucking ends, and then all these new characters that mean nothing to anyone. Not just because they haven't been in the old movies.
Yes.
But also because they're written like
you
fucking
just don't care.
Like the worst.
Yeah, you just don't care.
And then they just bring them up. They're like, hey, let's make this character super fucking important.
Oh,
why?
I forgot
don't
one.
fucking know.
I forgot one other thing. So there's 4 things I think of.
Okay.
The fucking kiss between fucking
Rose and
yes, and Finn.
Well, that just put a cap on the end of that whole arc.
Bro, that was so cringe.
We're not gonna win. What was it? We're not gonna win by
dude.
It was like saving the things we love, and then the kiss, which was awkward,
bro. But the kiss was so. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The kiss was so bad, and it was so cringe, and it was so awkward, and just not fun to watch that I almost thought like. They didn't do any more takes.
No.
Like it's like they did it once and that was the show. It's like at least do multiple takes and get one that doesn't look as fake and awkward.
I have a question. Has there ever been an on-screen kiss that had less like on-screen chemistry than that kiss? Have you ever seen one that was less?
No, I actually can't think of one. That was so awkward and so misplaced. It was so tonally
forced.
It was forced.
The joke being it was forced.
Yes.
Like the whole movie was forced.
Yes, it was bad, bro.
May the forced be with you.
Dude, no.
The whole
Somebody
thing
said Twilight, bro. The Twilight kisses were infinitely better than this shit.
At least they were like decent kisses.
Yeah,
this was like watching an 11-year-old try and kiss a balloon for the first time.
Like no, it was like watching a fucking 11-year-old kiss an adult, and the adult's going, "You're not allowed to do that."
Yeah,
that's what it was.
I know you've seen that in a movie, but you
not here.
Yeah,
that's what that was like. That's seriously what it was like. It was
true.
Fucking awkward.
It's true. It was super fucking awkward.
And I really can't think of anything cool in that movie.
Though it was a couple of shots. It was the ship flying through the destroyer.
Yes. Okay, that was cool. Yes.
Which was a great shot.
Well, great in theater to see.
Yes,
it sounded amazing.
And then
the lack of sound.
And then the shot with Luke with the 2 sons.
Yes,
those 2 scenes comprised the entirety of the value of that movie. Everything else was so bad, and I will still never fucking. You know what I think of? It was in the first 5 minutes of the fucking movie or whatever. The throw.
I know.
And when we were in the theater watching it,
I know.
And I see Luke take the lightsaber and yeet that shit like a cat over his shoulder, I checked out. That was it. The whole rest of the movie
you want to know what's crazy?
Nothing.
You want to know
me.
what's crazy?
Literally fucking nothing.
Is J.J. Abrams, although you want to just call Episode 7 A New Hope, fine. It is.
It is.
It is. It was a decent movie. It was Star Wars. And at least JJ, at the end, hyped up Mark Hamill's return. It was epic. The music was the last shot. And then you were fucking so excited for him to come back in Episode 8, like the training. And then they open it with it. And it's completely a different tonal shift.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking Night and day. The motherfucker grabs it and biffs it. Like it means...
Sassy
like
fucking
it means
like...
nothing. Yes, I know. Oh, dude, bro. And it was funny in the theater. There were people that laughed, but there was also these awkward like, wait.
What? There's a confusion.
Yes.
There's like a laugh and confusion.
Yes, it was
like is there a follow-up to this that I'm not getting?
Yes.
But then they just kept that stupid humor train running.
With the blue milk and everything, the bullshit that was going on, bro. It just got worse and worse and worse. And the worst part about it was everybody was so fucking pumped for this movie. Everybody's in there and they're just jacked. Mark Hamill, fucking, the next Star Wars, and then you're in there and you're trying your best to be on board. And
why did Rey have the ability to best fucking Luke Skywalker in a lightsaber, like, sword duel thing? How the fuck?
Because.
Like, and she does all this with no training. She has more force powers than Kylo Ren and Snoke. She has better fucking saber skills than Luke goddamn Skywalker. She's just some sort of god.
Yes.
And she has zero training or anything.
Well, maybe we'll find out who
She's
she
just
is in the
along
next.
for the fucking ride.
Hey, come December, we're gonna see it.
And you know the next thing that I think of? I call it the smell-o-vision. Where her and fucking Kylo Ren are having this conversation and they're seeing each other and then the water splashes and it seemed like an SNL skit that was like some sort of weird fucking like pun, but we were supposed to take it seriously. Like, oh, I just got moist from the waves on the island.
I think it was to signify how strong their force is that they can actually
it's so
be there
dumb.
in person.
So fucking dumb.
It's bad, bro. It's bad. Anyway, enough because we can rant about fucking episode 7 or 8 for a long time. It's bad, bro. Honest to God, I enjoy almost every prequel more than 8. And that's sad. That's even sad to admit it.
Why can't we get Darth Jar Jar Binks?
Give me him.
Give me that line.
Yes, give me that. Just give me that. Give me Darth Maul again, please. Give me some fucking actual villains that that are villainous.
Give me a movie. Don't give me this amateur bullshit, which is what that entire movie is amateur bullshit.
And the worst part about it is Rian Johnson isn't even finishing the story.
No!
He basically just came in
just showed
for
up,
one episode.
threw a wrench in the wheel and said, peace! I'm fucking out of here, boys!
Why would you ever do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck me. Anyway.
I'm here.
That's all I got. That's all I got for movie news.
Yeah, other than that, I haven't been doing much else. I'm watching The Office again because The Office is fucking hilarious. Watching other like shitty fucking Netflix movies, but nothing stand out other than that. Honestly, watching that Star Wars, I honestly went in and I went, all right, let's watch this by myself, clear head, focus up, Buttercup.
Don't.
Maybe you missed some shit.
Yeah, no, you didn't miss anything. You probably picked up more bullshit.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.